Oh, wow. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You may have been able to see from that how much the weather has changed. It's got quite stormy. It's windy, 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 and don't know how cold it is outside, but I know inside it's reasonably cold. So probably won't be stepping out for too long today, and I will have the shortest of walks. Anyway, I'm Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. And we'll go over to that because we all tend to be a little bit on the busy side. So, and I am over this next few weeks, so need to keep them a little bit shorter. Let's go and have a look at the cards. Here they are. As we did yesterday, we're using the Pixies Lenormand. Pixies Astounding Lenormand deck, and this is Edward Zabrowski who has created these. A gorgeous little deck along the style of the Rider-Waite with its artistry. And look what we've got here. We've got the Tower again as our theme today too. And we've got the guidebook here, very small little book. And I'm about to sneeze in a minute. So stirring the excuse me, the air is being stirred up with this wind. Oh my goodness. Now let me just zoom in a little bit more because that's quite a distance away, isn't it? What we have here is the Tower as our theme card, and that's card 19, I think we discovered yesterday. 6 of Spades being the corresponding playing deck. And here we've got the Letter, which is card very hard to see here, 27 in that Roman numeral depiction of the numbers. Card 27, the Letter, 7 of Spades. That's in our home space. And we've got card 30. The Lilies is card 30, and the King of Spades for the corresponding playing card. Very interesting little spread, really. So we'll go and have a bit of a dig into the meanings. I'll use the guidebook because I'm liking with these extra styling of card, with these extra, like the different cards that I'm using on weekends, I'm not as familiar with as what the author of the particular booklet is intending for us to get as a message. And that's part of how we use these types of tools with cards and the rest. We do need to be I've just realised I haven't got one of my no, I've got to bring out one of the overlays. I can't find the comments holder. That's really interesting. There it is. There it is. Now I can see your comments. Oh, goodness, there for a minute. I'd lost it. I'll put this in here. HTTPS. One too many T's. Before I get started with the actual interpretation, I'm putting the website link up there for you. That's going to be in the YouTubes and in the rosboundy page, the Hypnosis Plus. I'm not sure if it goes there as one of those forwarded ones. And we've got Fiona here already. So good morning, Ros Girly, and all around the globe. A good afternoon or a good evening. It's lovely. I love how you do that with the globe and stuff like that, the good afternoon. Good Aussie sounding to it, hasn't it? Have the castle in the same place today again. Yes, it is. The Tower's there. She's there. Oh, hey, doesn't matter. Is it really a person? It is in exactly the same place. And here we go. There we've got the, oh, excuse me. There's a frog that's not going to go. That throat's being a pain. There we go. And there it is in the Facebook. It's on the Psychic online. It's on the rosboundy page, that one that's got the little cartoony avatar. And Fiona, sorry you missed the last card. So it's 19, 6 of Spades, 27, 7 of Spades, 30, and King of Spades. They're all spades. Isn't that synchronicity? interesting, very interesting. I find those sorts of things very interesting. Now, as far as card 19 goes, with any of these spreads and what I'm bringing forward as my own understanding of the interpretation or what Spirit's bringing to me to share with you, if you yourself are getting something different from your spirit guides or your gut feeling for you, you know your life situation and circumstances, and most succinctly, what that is meaning for you. So, what you're being guided with your understanding and interpretation is the right one for you. So, certainly do step into that energy and trust it. So, here we go. We've got card. I've just got to match the little X's, I's, and V's in the guidebook. And what we've got is 19. Nearly there for the Tower. Oh, it's a very fiddly little guidebook. I mentioned that yesterday, didn't I? So with the Tower, it is a positive card, and being the theme of the day for our day again today, so it's actually wonderful to see something that is a trend over a couple of days. I like to see that consistency with some degree. It means we are really getting into that energy of what the Tower is meaning today. So it's about ambition, arrogance, authority, borders, bureaucracy, and it's the authority that is the main highlighted word in this little guidebook. So I've got to borders, bureaucracy. This one's a long list. Corporations, confinement, conglomeration, dogma, ego, franchises, government, guidance, rules, high self-esteem, higher education, imprisonment, isolation, law, limitations, loneliness, official, protection, schools, separation. Very interesting with all of those. A fairly wide list of keywords, but it is the authority that is the one that's been highlighted. So the full meaning that this little guidebook is giving us is a card of stalwart institutions and structure. Here are the great buildings in our lives, such as the hospitals, the libraries, courthouses, schools, museums, etc. So the Tower represents places with large structures and expansive networks of people. I mean, it can be even part of a castle or the castle, all sorts of things that are a large structure, that, you know, the impressive ones. And very interestingly, last night on the TV, I did see The Castle as a movie that was able to be watched at choice. I didn't watch it, didn't choose to, because I was doing something else. I was in on a webinar. I like the webinars and learning things. So this also meaning those institutions that are for education as well. Okay, so I've certainly been having that for myself for the last week. So most especially this weekend, because at 8:30, like in half an hour, I've got another to attend. All good learning. Anyway, so it is the things to do with the government or military, or signified as well as things to do with justice and higher education. So it's definitely for me is the education stuff and getting things done in that line and that view of life. And then it goes on to the timing and things like that in this little book. So 19 days or weeks, and the origins of the art is the wall and the Tower here are taken from the Ten of Pentacles card, and the Tower is topped with the Tarot borrowed from the Four of Wands. So definitely that reference to the Rider-Waite, the way of depicting the tarot cards. But we are in the Lenormand. So a wonderful card to have again. It certainly gives that sense of solidity, great foundations, solid foundations, and stability, structure, strength, all of that in those things that we are bringing into our life right now. That is needing the the government, the more authoritative. That I can't even think of the word. It was one of them in that list. Doesn't matter, does it? We're going to shift over to the letter in a sec, because I've noticed that Fiona has put up the numerology. So we're on a day 2 with our date, and all those numbers come up to a 3 again. Interesting numbers today, similar like yesterday, Ros Girly. Yes, it is, isn't it? It obviously there's some similar lessons to be learnt today, similar things to be doing, that type of thing. It's lovely energies. I like it. Um, and good morning from Shaz, Sharon. Good morning, Roz, and everyone. I hope you're having a good day today, and I hope you are having a good day at the start of your day. Aline Barube, hello over in YouTube. Good morning to you, or good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. So it sounds like a bit of a French name. Are you over in Europe? Um, I don't know language that well, but anyway, howdy. And Fiona, Newcastle can be your new own. Whoops. Newcastle can be your own home too. Yes. Yeah, at the choices that we have. And Fiona saying good morning to Sharon. So lovely, lovely, lovely. Thanks, and thank you to everyone that's here watching live and to those who've come in as replay. Now we're looking at card 27 as the next one that is the letter. I'm trying to. Oh, my thumb that I broke way back is not behaving. It's hard to turn the books when you've got something misbehaving on your thumb. And there shows us saying good morning to Fiona. Good morning. There we go. Thank you. So the letter, it is a card energy of positive card, which I felt right from the start. All of these are just so positive. It just feels really good. That wonderful simplicity of the Tower is our theme today, and we're moving into a letter. A letter is a very simple personal communication, one to another usually. You have someone writing and then you have someone reading it. So you can't get more personalised and personal than that. And you see this delightful lady in her costume. It almost looks like the medieval. That is, and she's standing there with her purse bag, whatever they used to call those, in front of a beautiful garden and her home space. And you can see the topiary tree thing at the back. Have a look at the shape. It's got the shape of the spade, the card shape. That's intriguing. I like that. That's my own quick look at what this card has as a depiction. I'm even going to pick that one up for us to have a closer look because it is full of detail, isn't it? And the camera's not going to give me much as focus. Have a look. Yeah, it's not going to do it. But see that little bag on her arm? I'm presuming that this is a woman with the gown. So there we go, having a wonderful read of her personal card, her personal letter. Okay, let's read the interpretation. And, some more comments before I go on to that. Fiona, Sharon Gurley, yes, we have blue sky and saw the sun come up with divine sky colours this morning. Oh, that's wonderful. I don't think I wasn't up myself either to see the sunrise. Not quite that early. And Shaz Ros, you need to crochet more and get your thumb working. Yeah, tonight I probably will be spending the time crocheting because I don't have a webinar tonight. And that, yeah, giggles. Cute, cute. Now, what we've got with the letter after now, it's the card energy is positive. We've got that far. The keywords are contact, text messages, documents, letter, messages, record, report card, written communication, and reports. Definitely is written communication. I want to take it as that wonderful personalised one-to-one message. The full meaning, going by Edmund Zabrowski, written communication is the main focus of this card. So faxes, texts, letters, emails, etc. This is another card that is very much about the cards around it. Well, we've got the tower and the lily. So what kind of information and its source is told by the surrounding cards, and that is definitely referencing the Bronte blow. So there's other interpretations for love. It's about a romantic message. If you're thinking about career, it's lots of paperwork to be signed or completed. characteristics and qualities are a writer or a blogger, someone who is good with words. Timing is the end of the month, 27th day or 27 days away. So that is using the number of the card as a timer. And the image origins are the images taken from a single painting that Pamela did of her friend Ellen Terry in 1902. So her purse has been adorned with the caduceus from the Two of Cups. Oh, I can't see that very clearly. I can when I see it with the bare eye. Can't see it properly when it's up near the camera. I can't get that focus. There it is, right in the centre, almost like a keyhole there, and that's almost what it looks like. So it's a very fine little detail. And maybe that's part of what we're looking at with our home space today, being that look at the details or attend to the details or appreciate the beauty around us that is in some of those details of what we have around us. But text, messaging, the communication in the form of words that's going to be in some form today. I feel more specifically something that's from one to another. So it might be those direct messages on a phone text or something like that, or an email. I don't think it's more, it just doesn't feel that it's the blog posts and things like that, although something from what you might scroll through with social media could be extremely meaningful. So here we go over to the lilies as we're building around our tower what we've got for our day today. And with the lilies, that's card 30, a bit further along. And that is going to be a... Oh, there you go. Yep. That's sorry, I got lost in the book. That is going to be a positive card as well for the card energy, which I felt it would be. They all just felt so good as I laid them down. The key words for this one is aging, wisdom, contentment, doctor, family, father, frost, gestation, quiet, grandparents, peace, harmony, maturity, morality, patron, purity, relative, retirement, serenity, snow, winter, sexuality, support. And it's the sexuality here that's highlighted. Now, I've not seen that with the lilies before, sexuality included. And just flipping back to the letter, there wasn't any highlighted keyword for the letter, I think, probably because it's more obvious, it's written words and the rest. Anyway, so with all that, the full meaning from the lilies, and they look, well, they're not as beautiful as some of the other cards I've seen with the depiction of lilies. They're not as beautiful, but you can tell that they are a beautiful blossom bloom. This looks like they are coming through ice or snow or something like that. So we'll wait and see what the card meaning is in the booklet. So the key to this card is peace and maturity. So when looking for answers about older family members in a spread, the lilies is a key card. Also, it is a card of personal satisfaction and contentment. It's a card of extended periods of tranquility. The meaning of this card's very much related to the cards around it, of course, like all of them are when you're in a grand tableau. So what you're going to get if it's about love is an older lover, a long relationship, an old flame returning. If it's about career, it's a long-lasting job, a peaceful working situation. If it's the characteristics and qualities of people around you, it's an older person, family member, a guru, or experienced mentor. Timing's a long time away, probably winter. And as you can see from here, it looks icy. And the stark grey background and mountain peaks are taken from the Hermit card, lending an air of solitude. Oh, they're supposed to be in the distance. Oh, no, I don't get that from this one. Anyway, the lilies here originated from the Magician card. I'll have to go and look for my Rider-Waite deck and see whether these do compare. That'd be interesting. Anyway, for me, it is more to that connection that's with the older, the wiser, the ancestral, and bringing that sense of peace and tranquility and continuity is what I'm feeling. So we are continuing with the energy of that personal connection to how we are living. It is very personal, what we are doing here on this planet, and how we are building our own foundation of lively, of the livelihood we step into, of the people around us who we are interacting with, and that is bringing it into the longer time ahead, the longevity that we're going to be experiencing. That's just the word that I've got there, is the longevity. Um, and I do feel it's to do with putting our roots, creating that really good foundation and really grounding ourselves well. That's the other part that I'm getting as well. And we've got this lily that looks to me more like it's struggling to grow through the ice here, or the snow, or whatever it is. Is that something that happens from the winter and the first show of spring in those spaces and places that do have frost, the snowfalls and stuff? I've not experienced it, so don't know. Bring it to mind that what we're doing though is grounding and really bringing forward bringing into the consciousness, forward into the consciousness that is our foundations, and how we are growing that pathway ahead for us. Um, and whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to be today involving something that is more the government and the authoritative and that type of thing, and some sort of communication that you might get that is from some form of government too, as the one-to-one personal, or it could be a friend who is just a good solid foundation for you, who is going to help you bring peace and calm and tranquility into your day-to-day. Lovely, and especially since it's Sunday, the day of rest, traditionally, the day of rest, a day of rest. Well, that's what I have for you with those interpretations. I do see that there are a couple of more comments here. Fiona, we had lilies during the week, Ros. Wow. Fresh lilies that you were gifted as a bunch, or you've got them growing. How exciting. I used to love my lilies. I grew them once upon a time. I put some bulbs in and they were absolutely beautiful, nice deep orange ones. And the next season I'd forgot where I'd put them, and they didn't grow again. So whether they were just a once off, I don't know. I'm not a gardener. That was a once upon a time. And Sharon, wow, grandma here working on a blanket for grandchild. Yes, it's personal as you can get, isn't it? That connection. Yes. So thank you for being here. In whatever you do through your day today, know that you've got a solid foundation to be working from. If it's not quite feeling like it, let me know. Oh God, I'm getting tongue tied. Spirit is with you to help you have that foundation and grounding for the day today as well. So that's part of the theming we've seen with those cards. Trust that whatever you're doing, be with Spirit, Spirit with you, and move forward to the best that you can. I'm going to leave it there, and we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.